Scott just told me Wisconsin only has 2 seasons.
Hey, and a lot of stuff is growing now that it's spring, and the trees are barfing.
That's not a real thing.
Sure it is. 30,000 Big Macs. Now that's a record.
But why? Our genuine positivity quote teaches you how to make those around you better.
And May birthday time, I have the perfect birthday gift.
Ooh, you can win it. You want free swag? We remind you to enter the Hellenbacks CD giveaway. Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And I'd like to remind everybody that I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Correct.
And Scott lives in Delavan, Wisconsin.
Also correct.
So we have different seasons.
Yes, we do.
We have warm and super hot.
Yes.
And you have cold,
winter,
colder,
and road construction.
You have what?
Winter and road construction.
We're both talking at the same time. Let me finish talking, and then you talk because you got something.
If I wait for you to finish talking, I don't get to talk.
No, that's what I'm going for. So,
yeah.
So you have winter and what?
Road construction.
That's the only 2 seasons you have?
That's the 2 seasons we have.
So what happens? Little yellow cones start growing everywhere?
Not just yellow ones, red ones, and yellow or orange ones, and some blinky light ones.
Blinky light ones.
Yes.
Remember when you used to take those as a kid, bring them into your room?
Yes, and then you'd get in trouble because that's theft.
That's right. But they were cool.
They were cool.
Your own batteries on and everything. I'm going to adjust my camera. I'm going to play with my camera here. Yay! So cool. So road work. We have road work here, but we have road work we have road work during the day when it's cooler, and then at night when it's hotter.
Yes, that would make perfect sense.
So but we only have, we just have road work.
Yeah,
but
well.
We've talked about it before, my intersection at the front of the house. So they put a new overpass in, and they redid the intersection. It's beautiful. Then they put a gas station in, so they ripped up the intersection. And then they repaved it. Now, this is all within 8 months.
Okay.
Then they put the flood channel under the street on our side, so they ripped it up again. And then they repaved it. And then they're putting in a school, so they had to make the connection, so they ripped it up again. So within 8 months, they ripped up a brand new road 3 times.
Okay, now you do know that's called job security.
Yeah, that's called wasting the taxpayers' dollars.
That is also correct. But
it's ridiculous, yeah. And they're going to rip it up one more time because they're putting a convenience store on the other corner, so I can't wait for that.
Now, the cool thing is we spent approximately 48 seconds with just a little hint of politics thrown in there, but it's just a little.
There was no politics. We just speaking the truth.
Taxpayers' dollars.
That's right. That's not politics. That's the truth.
Now, the only reason I'm bringing up the fact that road work is our new season is we are experiencing something that is completely unusual. Many years ago, our esteemed governor of our state decided to stop all infrastructure work to save money. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because you guys are out of money.
Right. As a result, our roads are so bad that we have to sometimes drive our buses 25 miles an hour under the speed limit because we cannot keep the passengers from going down these roads.
That's nice.
So needless to say, all our roads need work. Now, here's what made this even more interesting. Not only did road construction start, but I live in an area that is filled with lakes.
Right.
Okay, which means there's only a handful of roads that let you get around everything to get to the other places, right? Every one of those roads is under construction. There's no clear road to get anywhere. How's that for fun?
When you say I'm choking, you can keep talking. This is your opportunity. Go.
I was just making sure you weren't going to choke and then fall over and I'd have to quick call Peggy. Say, Peggy, quick, check out the wheel.
This is why I do all the talking. I give Scott a chance to talk, and we go radio silent.
No, we didn't go radio silent.
I hate that. When I stopped learning how to drink, where I'm actually drowning on my own drinking.
Yes.
I got a dry spot in my throat. I can't get rid of it.
and it's even more fun when you swallow and it goes down the wrong channel.
Well, I did that too. That was the whole point. I swallowed it, went down the wrong channel, and I got a dry spot, which I can't get rid of. And while I'm doing that, I'm giving him the signal to keep going, and he stops talking.
Well, your arm was below the camera, so I never saw it.
Well, you saw it.
But anywho's, besides road construction, something else has been really cool all of a sudden.
That tree behind you.
Not just that tree. It's like, because, we had literally a week ago, we still had snow and ice on the ground.
Literally, not figuratively.
Literally. Coldest.
He wasn't imagining it.
No, this is the coldest, sixth coldest April in recorded history around.
You had snow after you weren't supposed to have snow. You didn't have your snowplow on.
Correct. So as a result, I showed you pictures in the background of the tulips and the daffodils that were desperately trying to come out of the snow.
Well, they did. And then the snow came out and killed them.
Yeah, that was sad. Now everything's going ape shit. I mean, my red bugs are blooming. The tulips are up. The daffodils are up. I had to cut the grass. The dandelions are everywhere, and there's tree barf on all the roads.
Okay, that's another made-up word. Tree barf is not. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. Tree barf.
Tree barf, not tree bark. Tree barf. Regurgitation.
Tree barf. Your Smitty ears. This is why your city smells like vomit every spring. Okay, really? Okay, no.
It doesn't smell like vomit.
It comes up when you search tree barf.
Of course it does.
In case you were wondering. But that has nothing to do with it. You made that word up.
Sort of.
Yeah, you made that word up.
All tree barf is it's all the leaf pods and all the flower pods open up. It just dumps out.
Pollen dumps out.
Yeah, on the ground. And literally the roads are like in the fall, full of leaves. Only instead of full of leaves, it's all the
pollen.
Well, it's the pods, casings and stuff from everything that's opening.
It's the pollen.
The pollen.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't open the pod bay doors. You said pod.
Yes, I did.
Pod bay doors.
I still like that voice. It is so cool. But the cool thing about all the stuff that's on the roads, that means you have something to see when you're on the way to McDonald's.
Right. Well, you're talking about barf. And yeah, as you know, now that I'm eating healthy, whole food, plant-based, there is a guy, you must know him because, you know everybody in Wisconsin.
I know everybody in Wisconsin.
He's from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, which is only, 400 miles north of you?
No, it's not that far. It's about 3 hours north of us. It's almost to Green Bay.
So how far is that distance-wise?
Probably, 3 hours at 70 miles an hour is 210 miles. So
okay. So he's 210 miles away from you.
Roughly.
So you know him.
Yes, of course I do. He's my next door neighbor almost.
Exactly, next door neighbor. Don Gorski.
Don is Gorski, a cool dude.
He broke a record. Well, I don't know if it's his record. I don't know if it's a record you want to break. We've talked about him before in the show. Okay. Well, and I don't remember what milestone he hit, but he has ate. He eats 2 Big Macs every day.
Yes, at least
a couple days.
At least 2 Big Macs every day.
He's only missed a couple days. Once when the weather was bad, he couldn't get to a McDonald's. But the point being is he's reached his 30,000th, not 3,000, 30,000th Big Mac.
Yes.
That's 2 per day for 46 years.
It sounds like perfectly reasonable.
What is wrong with this guy?
Well, he's in the world records book, it says.
Okay, yeah, okay, but he did it in August of 2016. So somebody before a 28,787, he had 28,788 to break the record.
Exactly.
That was 30,000.
Wow, it's just amazing. He preserved a lot of the stuff related to it.
He says he's healthy.
Yeah.
He says that, mother died because she requested he didn't eat a burger in honor of her passing. What? Oh, that was one of the days he didn't eat it. So
yes.
the day his mother passed away, he didn't have one. But yeah, there's his birthday. He's got a birthday medal from McDonald's. So
But
at the record show, it took place at 3:30 p.m. in Fond du Lac. Oh, that was the other thing. He is claiming that this is the same McDonald's that he had his first Big Mac at.
46 years ago.
Yeah.
That could be.
So that's crazy.
It is. But you want what's truly crazy?
What's that?
His last medical checkup, he had low cholesterol and his blood pressure is perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's why, sometimes there is some thing to the hereditary of being.
That is correct. Genetics.
However, yeah, there are.
You and I have the opposite issue.
There are poor food choices out there.
Yes.
It's not that you're making necessarily bad food choices. It's that food is so processed now. It's not even funny. The reason I went to whole food plant-based diet wasn't just because I go, I want to be healthier. It's because I grew up on a farm, and you're still on a farm, and you could get real food. You could get meat that was from a cow.
That's right.
That ate real grass.
That's correct.
Now you go to the store, you go to the restaurant, I don't know what they're jacking in these damn animals, because they're feeding them all kinds of genetic grain, and the grain isn't grain. So the grass that they were eating isn't grass. The grain they're eating isn't grain. So that's going in them. Then they're shooting the animals up with all kinds of steroids and hormones and stuff like that.
Bovine growth hormone.
Right, exactly. So none of that is real food anymore. And then on top of that, they process it on top of that.
That's right.
So I was getting frustrated. I couldn't find unprocessed food or lightly processed food. And that's when I started finding single ingredient foods, right? Eat a single ingredient food. What's in here? Okay. Water. Water's the ingredient. Water's what you're drinking. Okay, even that's bad.
Mercury and lead.
Mercury and lead and all that stuff, right? Well, even water's processed now, right?
That's right.
So, you couldn't get a chicken that's not all processed up.
No.
It's crazy. Everything is so processed.
One of the companies around here advertises no antibiotics ever.
Right. Well, no antibiotics, but what about the food they're feeding them?
Well, they say that everything's more better.
Yeah, well, it is. And okay, if you can get back to original food, you can find original food and stuff like that.
Yes.
Then go for it. But
and just so you know, if you've ever had grass-fed beef versus corn-fed beef,
there's a difference.
Is huge.
There's a big difference. The texture-wise is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Okay.
But yeah, so good for him. Good for him that he's not dead.
Yes, and on a positive note.
On a positive note,
we should have a positive message. Insert here.
This would be a good place to do it, because
I think it would be perfect, because it would be.
You can't make good decisions if you're in a bad place, like McDonald's or a fast food place or processed food, right? So here it is. I did the wrong one, but
should I do it?
Did I do the wrong one? Yeah, I guess I did. So we're talking taglines in it. Okay. You want to do it? I can do it. I found it.
Okay.
Want me to do it?
Sure.
Are you positive?
You have such a positive way of saying these.
We are positive now, because positive thinking is more than just a tagline. It changes the way we behave. And I firmly believe that when I am positive, it not only makes me better, but it also makes those around me better. And that's Harvey Mackay.
That is so
Harvey
true.
Mackay said that. And that is a good one. I do like that one, because he's right. You need to be positive. You need to think positive. He was an author. He was a columnist and a newspaper writer. So,
back when they did newspaper stories that had meaning, not just sales.
But one of my favorite titles of the books that he wrote was "How to Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive." But this is back in 1988. So it's really interesting that if you look at all this positivity messaging and stuff like that, it's the same message over and over from the 1950s. When you had Zig Ziglar and Les Gibbons and all those guys. Then you had it again in the 80s and 90s with Harvey Mackay, a few other people, Deepak Chopra, and then I don't know. When did Tony Robbins become popular? He become popular in the 90s, late 90s?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sounds right.
Yeah, about there. So, but it's the same message.
Correct. Well, it's a similar message. In other words, the concept is the same. It's just worded differently to match the current times.
But it's all the same message.
Yes.
You have to be positive. You have to believe it. If you believe it, you'll be positive. It changes the way we behave. If you think it changes the way you behave. You've changed, reprogrammed yourself.
It's like before we started doing this show, with all the stuff going on in my life, I wasn't smiling. I wasn't as cheerful. When I was doing my shows, people were saying, why aren't you as happy as you used to be? Now people are saying, wow, you're smiling again.
Welcome back. Yeah, no.
God is back.
Which is good. I love it. And we're going to talk more about it. I'm going to put some pictures up. I think I might even do it later this month. Less than a year ago, I was 380 pounds.
Yep.
Did not look good. Was
you still look good. You just look good in a very large format.
Yeah, but going down the bad health road. Nothing serious had happened to me. There were no health scares or anything like that. But I just woke up and said, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
That's right.
And
that's the key. It's mostly the tired part.
It was the negativity that was around me and negativity that let affect me. I was letting it affect me. It's my responsibility to make my happy. It's nobody else's responsibility.
Correct.
And if you're around negative people, you've got to just remove yourself from that situation when you can. But there's some situations where you can't. So you have to learn how to deal with it.
Correct.
And let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, it's easy to sing the song.
It is.
But it's a lot harder to let it go and let that stress go and make yourself better. Well, as of today, which is what, 9 months later, that's the way I do math, 4 and 5 is 9. 9 months later, I am down to 260, so I've lost 120 pounds. It could be more. When I say 380, I only know that because that's where the scale stopped.
Right.
It could have been more.
Now, it's really cool that you brought up this whole 9-month things and all that weight you lost. It's just like you had a baby.
A
really big baby.
Big baby. I had the baby from
a full-grown baby.
I had the baby from Mystere. If anybody has seen the show Mystere in Vegas, there's a big baby in the show. And the guy who plays the part of the big baby is a really nice guy. He's been at all of the Golden Knights games and everything. And way to go, Golden Knights. Woo-hoo!
Way to go.
Congratulations on making it to the conference finals.
Cool beans.
It's been since like 1960s or something like that since a expansion team or a new team has made it to the conference finals. So when we win the Stanley Cup, we'll break that record too. Setting the bar really high in their first year.
Yep.
It's been, I think the closest one was 7 or 8 years to even make the playoffs their first year. So
you bet.
That's pretty good.
It is awesome.
So it'll be very, very good. But we should move on to talking about a positive day. This guy, now here's a guy who believed in positivity.
You betcha.
He didn't before, he does now. This guy in Canada. So Scott, he did the triple threat in one day. What did he do?
Yes. Now, here's what's really cool about this. Here's a guy who decided that he's going to retire. It's time for him to retire. So he decides he's going to retire on his birthday. It's pretty cool. So he's doing a double whammy, right? That way he can have a retirement party and a birthday party at the same time.
Right. Save some money.
What can possibly make this the triple play? Can you think of anything that would make this party the triple play? Oh, yeah, totally. Somebody, he goes to the casino and he wins a couple grand. Right. Okay. What about $2 million instead at the lottery? That would work too. Okay. So you retire on your birthday and you win the $2 million lottery. See, I would do it. That's pretty positive. I would do it in a reverse order. I'd win the money and I'd retire. Yeah. But this is how positive this is for him because he was able to retire. He decided he was going to retire before he won that money. So that meant all that positivity paid off. And he's talking about sharing the fortune with his family. Yes. So I'm going to call him Uncle Ping. After taxes, $1.55 million. Uncle Ping, hi. He's out of Canada, British Columbia. Hi, Uncle Ping. Remember your nephew, Steve. Yeah, you guys family resemblance is astounding.
Yeah, he's Chinese. He's going to use the money to go on a trip to China. So that's cool.
You know, I'd like to go with him. We should go with him. He should bring us with him and we'll do the show from China.
Yeah, well, I'm his nephew.
Yes, I think that should work.
So you can share with his family. So
and
that's
of course,
pretty cool.
Since we did all this on his birthday,
we should talk about other birthdays.
Yeah, because we haven't done May's birthdays yet.
Oh, May's birthday. I thought we were going to do my birthday.
Well, your birthday's not for a while yet.
It could be. Oh, I made it the whole month of August. I could make it longer. Anytime it's warm out.
Wait, it's always warm in Vegas. So it's always your birthday. Yay! All right. We try to do, as you know, if you've been watching some of the earlier episodes, we try to do some of the famous people's birthdays every couple weeks. So I happen to notice that there's a whole bunch that have birthdays on the same day, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
On May 1st.
Because otherwise there would only be 365 people in the world.
Yeah. They would really kill our ratings, wouldn't it?
Not if we had all 365 of them.
That's true. 100%. All right. May 1st, Jamie Doran, Wes Anderson, and Julie Benz.
Yay!
Cool beans. Now, one of my fun guys to watch on May 2nd, Dwayne Johnson. I like Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, I thought you were going to say David Beckham.
Well, he's on here too. But
I enjoyed watching David Beckham. I actually got to see him play soccer when he played for the Galaxy, the LA Galaxy.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's good too. So that made it an interesting game, I'm sure.
So's his wife.
And what about Christine Baranski?
I don't know her.
I don't either, but she made the list, which means she's got to be famous.
Oh, so you just put her in there hoping that I would know who she was?
See, you know a lot more famous people because you're in Vegas, and that's where a lot of famous people are.
Well, you'd know who she is if you saw her. She was in The Good Wife.
Okay. I know The Good Wife.
But she was the blonde. Yeah, she's the blonde.
I got it.
Okay. And then The Good Fight, she's going to be in that. The spinoff.
All right. The spinoff, yeah.
Yeah.
May 3rd, Christina Hendricks and Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
Another one I don't know.
Well, why did you put them in here if you don't know them?
Well, because they're famous people. Just because I don't know them.
We don't know them. Everybody else will. If you saw Bobby Cannavale, you'd know him.
I'm assuming that I'd recognize most of these people.
He was in Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it yet. It's another one that's on my list of movies to see.
Okay.
How about May 4th? May the 4th be with you. Will Arnett and Richard Jenkins.
Now, I like Will Arnett. I think he's funny.
He is funny.
Okay.
Not quite as funny as us. Pretty close.
Yeah.
All right. He's funnier than we are. But that's okay.
Right.
May 5th. Henry Cavill and Lance Henriksen.
Okay.
Not Hendrickson, but Henriksen.
Yeah, and you'll know him because he was in Aliens. He was the guy in Aliens, not the guy who had the alien bust out of his stomach, but the other scientist-looking guy. It's hard to describe him. But yeah, he was in Aliens.
All right. How about May 6th? George Clooney and Tom Bergeron.
Bergeron. Yeah, you know what Tom Bergeron is.
Yes, I do.
Stars. No, I know. America's Funniest Home Videos. But Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. May 7th.
Who's George Clooney?
Some guy that some women find sexy.
Cool.
He's just like us, right?
Yeah.
There are some women who find it sexy. Unfortunately, it's a much smaller list.
No, it isn't. Well, maybe yours is, but mine's not.
From George Clooney, I think just about everybody's got a smaller list than George Clooney. Yeah. May 7th, Breckin Mayer and Alexandra Ludwig.
Now, I like Breckin Mayer. Breckin Mayer did a show called Franklin and Bash.
Yes.
And he was on that, and I liked him in that. So I thought he was funny.
I enjoyed that show. It's a shame it was only a one-season show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
And Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Adele was born on May 5th.
Wow, they're out of order now.
They are. I ended up going to a different site because the first site was driving me crazy. This site was a lot nicer.
All right.
And the Arrow actor Stephen Amell was born May 8th in 1981.
Who's Stephen Amell? Which one is he?
He's literally the Arrow.
Oh, he is the Arrow.
He is the Arrow.
He's a stud then, isn't he?
He is definitely studly.
Are you sure that he's the Arrow? No. Michael Condrey?
Oh, look it up real quick.
I did.
No.
That's not him.
Stephen Amell.
Oh, Stephen Amell.
Yes. You went down too far. Apparently, both these guys were born in May. Michael Gondry and Stephen were both, but Stephen's the one is the Arrow.
Okay, well, I just screwed it up. So keep going.
Yeah, that's all right. And who is your favorite piano man?
Well, Billy Joel. He's
Billy Joel. May 9th, 1949.
His music was so good, he was able to get Christy Brinkley.
Yes.
He wasn't able to keep her, but he was able to get her.
That's right.
So that's pretty cool.
And as long as we're on the music, U2 frontman Bono, May 10th, 1960.
Very cool.
And Australian actress Kate Blanchett, May 14th of 69. Transformers actress, that's what I think of her as. She's been a lot of stuff. Actress Megan Fox, May 16th, 1986. And for the first half of the month, we'll stop with comedian and actor Bob Saget, May 17th, 1956.
Bob Saget. Who was
also funniest home videos.
Yeah. All right. You know what time it is then?
It's time to talk about the Hellenbacks CD giveaway.
Giveaway time. I'm going to get my camera back up so I get it on the right side here. Here we go. Let it focus. Yeah, look at that. Look at that artwork, huh?
It is. Very well done.
Artwork is very cool. I don't know if you can see I'm wearing the...
We have a way for you to win that T-shirt with Steven. No.
Yeah. Well, we do have a way for you to win that.
Okay.
Now we're back to the $100,000 check.
There we go. Well, no, I just came up with a way that I'd be willing to bet you would give up that shirt for, even though that's your shirt.
Trade a girl for it?
No, I don't think that's what you do either.
Oh, okay.
I am pretty sure that if somebody were to actually get 100 of their friends to subscribe, that you would give up that shirt.
Oh, easily. You get and this is a collector's one. This is from the release party of Vampires in the Desert.
That's right.
So now, yeah, you get 100 subscribers.
This is from the actual party.
This is from the band. This is a gift from the band. So pretty cool. And I'll have them autograph it for you. But yeah, you get us 100 subscribers, we're in. Yeah, and we come here. I'll take you and we can go see them in concert.
You bet.
But yeah, so how do you get an entry for the CD giveaway?
All you have to do is make a comment on one of our videos that says, "I want the CD."
I want the CD. I want the CD. I want the Hellenbacks CD. I want the CD. Because you're registered, it'll have your screen name there.
It certainly will.
The screen name. So don't hide your screen name. If you want another entry, go to What Happened in Las Vegas Today. Go to Fun Guy Cooks for You. You want another entry? Get a friend to subscribe. Get a friend to put a comment, I want the CD. They'll get the entry, have them put your screen name in there that you signed up with. And
you get another one.
Tom567 said I get another entry. And you get another entry.
That's
Keep going. Get 100. I'll give you the T-shirt off of my back and get it autographed. And we'll have the Hellenbacks. They'll be very happy. Well,
and if you get 101, he won't even wash it.
No, I'll wash it. I'll wash it. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching.
If you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
which after Scott's comment, how could you think it anything other than that? Please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Subscribe. Click on the show more. You can see links to all the stuff that we've talked about in all of our shows. Hit that show more. See everything that's down there. I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
And remember, your life is the longest thing you have. Make it a positive one.
Baby, crazy. Don't you step crazy.